Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video last week. Tell me, how did you like David, my AI clone? Yeah, I know it was a little weird. It freaked me out a little bit too, and I've gotten a lot of responses using it, David, to help me create some of my social media content and bring awareness to the things that can be done. But I'm excited to be back with you this week. And can I be honest with you for a second? I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I had over 60,000 emails sitting in my inbox. 60,000. And every single day, I was digging through that pile trying to figure out which ones were urgent. What was junk? What did I had that I already missed? It was painful. It was time consuming. And honestly, it was embarrassing for someone who coaches agents on building better systems to have that many emails sitting in my email box. And I know a lot of you can relate. But then one day, I just asked Claude AI Pro if it could help me. It looked at my entire inbox, analyzed how everything was organized, suggested I created new filters, it deleted old ones, drafted unsubscribed emails for me, it cleaned up my labels, and reorganized everything from scratch. Man, this AI is no joke. Now, by the end of every day, I have a clean inbox every single day. And it's as small as this is, the rewarding feeling that I get from being able to log into my Gmail and see that I have cleaned it out for the day. And when I'm there in the morning to have a clean start, it's refreshing. And I know a lot of you can relate. But here's what hit me after that experience. And this is what I really want to talk to you about today. I was using AI to make my life easier, and that's great. But I wasn't using it to make my clients' life easier. I wasn't using it to generate leads. I wasn't using it to build tools that actually grow my business while I sleep. And I'd be willing to bet you're doing the exact same thing. Today, we're going to fix that. The problem with how agents are using AI is very simple. So here's the reality. Most real estate agents are using AI the same way they use their microwave. They know it does something useful. They use it for the basic things and they never touch half of the buttons that are there. It took me a while to realize there was even a popcorn button on my microwave. And I don't even like popcorn like that, but I thought it was pretty cool. You're using ChatGPT to write a caption. Maybe you're using it to respond to a review. Maybe you asked it to write a bio once and it sounded nothing like you. So you're like, I'm going to give up on that. That's not using AI. That's barely scratching the surface. And the agents who figure this out first are going to be the ones and are the ones who have a massive competitive advantage over everyone else in their market. So before we talk about what you should be doing, let me give you a quick breakdown of the tools you've probably heard of and probably using so you actually understand what each one is built for. So let's talk about the tools. Think of AI tools like members of your team. Each one has a specialty. So let's talk about what everybody's talking about, ChatGPT. This is your generalist. Think of it like your all around assistant who can write, brainstorm, answer questions, and help you think through problems. It's great for drafting emails, it's great for creating social media captions, writing listing descriptions, and generating basic content ideas. Though you want to be careful because many times it's going to create things that are not going to convert for you. If you're just getting started with AI, this is where you start. Now, I want you to think about Claude for a minute. This is your deep thinker. Claude is exceptional at handling large amounts of information, having nuanced conversations, and helping you organize complex things. Remember my inbox story? Well, that was Claude Pro. It's incredible for reviewing long documents, summarizing information quickly, and helping you craft detailed communication strategy. But here's where it gets really interesting for real estate agents specifically. I actually built a Claude powered workshop tool specifically for agents. I was doing a workshop, a title company had me come out to, and I wanted to show them how Claude works, but we only had a small window. So I built out this tool that it walks you through 4 things that every agent needs. First, building your brand voice so that every piece of content you create with AI actually sounds like you and not a robot. Second, I built a full property launch suite so you can generate your MLS description, social captions, neighborhood outreach scripts, and email announcements all from one prompt. Third, like I mentioned earlier, my Gmail and calendar triage so Claude can look at your last 24 hours of your emails, identify your hot leads, flag scheduling conflicts, and draft your follow-up responses. Now it won't send them, it just put them in the draft so you can look at them and send them later or edit them as you wish. And then the fourth prompt that's in there is the CMA market analysis. This is a game changer. This is an absolute game changer. So you can upload your MLS data, get a full pricing strategy, brief with talking points for your listing appointment. And I tried this out because my mom and dad have their house on the market, or they're about to have their house on the market. And I created their CMA, I put it in there. I did an analysis of what I felt it looked like, and the analysis that Claude came out with was spot on. And the talking points, they're priceless. I built this entire tool inside Claude, and I used it in a live workshop with real estate agents. That's how powerful this tool actually is when you stop using it just for personal tasks and start using it to run your business. Okay, enough about Claude. Perplexity. This is your researcher. Unlike ChatGPT and Claude, Perplexity searches the internet in real time and gives you sourced answers. Think of it like having a research assistant who can pull current market data, who can find recent news about a neighborhood, or give you up-to-date information on mortgage rates. For real estate specifically, this one is seriously underrated, and I don't think enough people are truly talking about it. Now, here's where most agents stop. They learn these tools, they use them for their personal productivity, and then they call it a day. But the real opportunity is what comes next. I want you to shift your thinking for a second. Stop asking, how can AI make my day easier? We know it can do that. I want you to start asking, how can AI make my client's experience better and bring me more leads? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. If we can't get leads, if we can't find opportunities, none of us will be in business that long. That is the question that separates agents who are building scalable businesses from agents who are just keeping up. And I should say just barely keeping up. Here are 3 ways agents should actually be using AI today, right now. I know it's on a Saturday, and so you probably guys are resting. You may watch this today. You may not watch it till next week. But number 1, AI generated lead magnets. Tools like Poppy AI, coding tools like Lovable, they allow you to build actual digital tools and resources for your clients without needing a developer or a big budget. We're talking about home buyer guides, neighborhood comparison tools, home valuation landing pages, resources that capture leads and deliver value automatically. You build it once and it works for you around the clock. The second thing you should be thinking about are AI voice agents. This one is an absolute game changer, and most agents have no idea it exists. AI voice agents can handle your incoming calls, qualify leads, answer common questions, and even make outbound calls to follow up with prospects. Think about how many leads you've lost because you were in a showing and couldn't answer your phone. People are not waiting. The 6-minute rule still exists. When someone reaches out to you, you have an infinite amount of time. You don't have an infinite amount of time to reach back out to them. You have to be quick. That speed to lead is still real no matter how you're generating these leads. An AI voice agent handles that call, qualifies that lead, and books them on your calendar before you even get back to your car. And I know it's weird, and I can hear you right now saying, but Kenny, people want to talk to real people. They want to talk to me, and they will get a chance to talk to you. But when you're not available, it's much like having an assistant, a live person answering your calls. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not at a place where you can afford to have a live person answering calls, it is time to use AI to bring you to a competitive advantage along with all the others who now can afford to do that. You see, I told you I'm at home. This is definitely a live recording. It is really me. All my bells and whistles are going off, right? Number 3, AI talking websites. Imagine a prospect lands on your website, and maybe it's 11 p.m. on a Sunday. Instead of filling out a contact form and waiting 2 days to hear back, an AI assistant on your website starts a conversation with them immediately. It asks the right questions that you can train. You can teach it what you want to say and ask. It understands what they're looking for, and it pre-qualifies them and books the serious ones directly on your calendar for a one-on-one conversation with you. You wake up Monday morning with qualified appointments already scheduled. Isn't that what we're asking for? Isn't that what we're asking AI to help us do, is make our lives easier? There are tools that are here to do that. That is what leveraging AI actually looks like. And it helps both you and your potential client get what you need in the time that is needed. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Kenny, every time I use AI, it sounds robotic. It doesn't sound like me. And my clients are going to know I didn't write that. And you're right. If you use AI the wrong way, it sounds absolutely generic. Even if you're just dropping prompts in and you're like, make it sound like me and do these things on generic ChatGPT, it's not going to fine tune it the way you're wanting to do. But here's the fix. You have to train your AI tools to sound like you. I know you got that. When I built my Claude workshop tool, the very first thing I included was a brand voice builder. Here's how it works. You upload 2 or 3 of your past emails. It'd be good if you can also grab some listing descriptions that you've written. If you're brand new and you don't have listing descriptions, look through your brokerage's listings, see ones that stand out to you that if you had written, you would have written, right? And you're going to upload those in Claude, and Claude would analyze your tone, your vocabulary, your local flavor, and the specific way that you communicate with clients. Then it creates what I call your brand persona profile. From that point forward, every caption, every email, every listing description you create with AI starts with that profile as the foundation. And the result is content that sounds exactly like you wrote it yourself. Because in a way, you did. You trained it on your own words. So don't skip that. Go in, even if you have to just screenshot, which is what I did, screenshot 3 or 4 emails that you sent in the past, and then grab those listing descriptions, screenshot those, and upload those right into Claude, and watch this thing go to work. That is the difference between AI content that sounds robotic and AI content that sounds exactly like you. The agents who are winning with AI aren't just typing, write me a caption about this listing. They're building a relationship with these tools, giving them context, and training them over time to understand their voice. Once you do that, AI stops being a shortcut and starts being a real competitive advantage for you. Look, AI is not going anywhere. And the agents who figure out how to use it strategically, not just for personal convenience, but to serve clients better and generate leads on autopilot, those are the agents who are going to dominate their markets over the next 5 years. And dare I say, it may not even be 5 years, over the next 2 or 3 years. You don't have to be a tech expert. You don't have to understand how this works under the hood. You just have to be willing to think bigger than using AI to clean up your inbox. Although I will say, having a clean inbox every day is pretty doggone amazing. If this video helped you think differently about AI, drop a comment below and tell me which of those 3 strategies you're going to implement first. I read every single comment, not my AI, even though I could train my AI to do it. And if you want to go deeper on building systems that actually grow your real estate business without burning out, make sure you subscribe, because that is exactly what this channel is all about. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great weekend and a great week.